Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry, I know the background is just acting up today. So I either have it focus on me or I have it focus on the background, and a little part of me is kind of shadow casted, so I know that's not very good video editing, but we're gonna try our best to get through this. So today's video is going to be the January overview. I know it's a little late. As I mentioned before, you guys are going to be seeing a lot of this book. So we are going to, that was my cat, I'm sorry. We're gonna go through what we need to learn as far as witchcraft goes for the month of January. I'm really sorry, this is another witchcraft video, so if you're not into it, feel free to click off. But if you are wanting to learn more about it, feel free to stick around. There's a lot of interesting stuff that you can learn. So, this is what it looks like. However, I'm going to show you my study guide. So we have runes, tarot, botanicals, crystals, deities, astrology sign, but I can't talk today, I'm so sorry. I think I'm going to cross off the astrology one because I want to read more books on astrology before just learning about the signs itself. There's a lot that I don't know about astrology, aside from people literally basing their relationships off of it, which I find so weird. Not judging those, so we're gonna move on. Celestial symbol, and additional things that we want to learn. So I'm going to go through the study sheet real quick because I recorded this back like a week ago and I had totally forgot to even go through the study sheet, so I had to delete it, and here we are recording again. So the two rooms that we're going to be, I'm going to scoot to the side and we're going to focus on that, and then I'll have it pop up right here. So the two rooms that we are going to be learning about this month are going to be, I'm not going to pronounce these right. Few? I'm just going to put them right here. Sorry. So these are the two rooms that we are going to be learning about. So pause the video, jot what you need down. Tarots that we're going to be focusing on this month and learning about is going to be two from the major category, which is the Fool and the Magician. And in the minor category, we're going to be focusing on Ace of Wands, Swords, Pentacles, and Cups. I do have a spirit guide animal version, so I'm going to incorporate that in with it. For botanicals that we are going to be learning about, we're going to be learning about sage, frankincense, ginger, chives, and wormwood. Crystals and stones, we're going to be learning about aventurine. I'm going to assume that's how it's said. Quartz crystal, citrine, and lunakite. So, I worship the Greek gods and goddesses. If that's not what you worship, please feel free to choose your own deities? Please feel free to choose your own gods and goddesses that you want to learn about this month. For me, we're going to be learning about this guy, wherever I'm going to put him. Don't know how to pronounce his name, really sorry. Also Hera and Persephone. Astrology signs, if you are wanting to learn about them, I would highly recommend learning about Capricorns because this is their month. We're also going to be learning about the Embolic because that Sabbath is coming up on February 1st, 2nd, whichever you decide to celebrate it on. I've heard of people actually celebrating it on the 31st of January too. And for celestial symbol significance, we are going to be learning about apogee. I think that's how it's pronounced. And additional things to study. The history of witchcraft is always good to learn about, especially if you're a newbie witch. It's always good to know about our history because there's a lot of misconceptions, like witches were burned at the stake in Salem. That's completely false. They were actually burned over in the United Kingdom. Witches, I believe, were commonly hung or pressed for information. I have to restudy that whole era because I am a forgetful person, but stuff like that is something that you're going to want to learn about, because if you go up to an expert witch and say, oh yeah, I come from the ashes of the witches burned over in Salem, they're gonna look at you like, what? So definitely learn about the history of witchcraft. It's not the most fascinating thing. For me it is. I love history. It might not be for you, but knowledge is power. And additional things, aside from the history of witchcraft, I want to study alchemy. If that's not something you want to study, that's totally fine. But that is my study guide. I have it on my Google Docs, which is a free service to anybody with a Gmail account. So if that's how you want to do your study guide, feel free to. The only reason I'm doing that is because I'm very particular about my Book of Shadows. I do it binder style. Excuse me. Because I want the information all in a certain area and I don't want to have to put it on another page. It bugs me. I don't know why. That's just something that really gets on my nerves. So if you don't have a Book of Shadows, I highly recommend making one, especially if you're going to go on this journey with me. If you didn't watch my vlog for the New Year's, at the end of this month, I'm going to be coming back on here and doing a lot of talking about what I learned. And you guys are more than welcome to watch that video and definitely jot down all the information that I found. So it is January 12th currently. I'm gonna move back over here because we're done with the Witchcraft Study Guide thing. So it is January 12th, National Tea Day. There is a full moon in Capricorn. Really sorry I didn't get this video out much sooner. It's just been, I've been very exhausted. And then setting up appointments for my health, but hey, it is what it is. We're here now. And the study guide I've actually been working on since then. If it's something that you take maybe like with each category, if you study it for a day, find the information, it'll take you like 2 weeks to fill out. And that's just me getting information with the things that I have currently, like my Kindle. I get witchcraft books on there, or the witchcraft books that I own personally. I would highly recommend getting your information from a book. However, if that's not something that you're able to, or you're not able to safely rent books from the library, which I don't even know if they're doing that. It wouldn't make sense to me because you can't Lysol books. I don't know how they're doing it. I haven't been to the library. I've been doing my best to kind of not be around people. There's also a Facebook group that I am a part of called Practical Witches, and it's very informative. That is probably the only Facebook group that I will personally recommend, just because I'm in other witchcraft Facebook groups and they're not the best, to put it nicely. The person that runs Practical Witches, and she also runs Practical Divination, really takes care of the people in her group. So definitely I recommend that page. You can go online, just again make sure it is a reputable website. I believe some are like Wicca Now. I used Witchipedia, to look up some of the botanicals. I don't know how reputable that site is. It seemed to have a lot of decent information that I could find in my books, so do with that what you will. Since we are just starting the year, it is a good time to really start planning out your year, getting things ready, sticking to your resolutions. I know as far as my weight loss one, I've been kind of off track. I don't know if it's due to my cycle or what, but yeah. So since, and I've said this before, since we are looking at January as National Hot Tea Month, I thought why not just kind of look at the ingredients in our hot teas if we do the pre-made hot teas, and just kind of see what the characteristics are inside of each ingredient. So I personally like crisp apple tea. So the ingredients inside of this is hibiscus, chamomile, blackberry leaves, rose hips, dried apple, and orange peels. So, listing magical properties of hibiscus is love, lust, passion, freedom, harmony, independence, divination, psychic work, prophetic, and lucid dreams, beauty, and courage. The associations with deities is going to be Venus and Aphrodite. Zodiac correspondence is Aquarius and Scorpio. Hibiscus planet correspondence is Venus. The element water, gender feminine. Crystals that are associated with it is rose quartz, orange carnelian, and garnet. Then we got chamomile, which is the magical properties are prosperity, sleep, hexes, protection, luck, purification, healing, confidence. The deities are Apollo, Ra, Cernus, and Lu. Correspondence for zodiacs is Leo. The planet is Sun, but sometimes the Moon, Venus, and occasionally Mercury. The element is going to be water. Gender is masculine. Crystals, bloodstone, period, and aquamarine. So to find a lot of information on blackberry leaves was kind of hard, as well as rose hips, but I did my best. So blackberry leaves are ruled by the planet Venus. The sign is Scorpio. The element is water, and they're used for many purposes related to female fertility. The tea from the leaf is also said to work as a mild aphrodisiac. A healing spell that invokes Bridget makes use of blackberry leaves as well. Also, blackberry leaf is used to return evil to enemies or to remove evil spirits. So for rose hips, I found the information that rose hips belong to Jupiter and may be used as a charm to attract wealth and health. The belly-shaped fruit packed with seeds is a symbol of prosperity and fertility. The fruits placed beneath the pillow will protect the sleeper against nightmares and nasty spirits that seek to disturb nightly peace. So there's actually a lot of information on apples in the witchcraft community. There's like a lot to apples I didn't even know about. I don't really have enough time to go through apples in general. I can definitely make another video if you guys are interested. Like, one of the things I found on apples that was pretty interesting was apples are ancient symbols of life, death, and rebirth. Also wisdom. They represent immortality and are closely linked with the underworld. So, what I found for magical properties of apples are love, attracting fairies, longevity, healing, wisdom, beauty, divination, psychic connections, protection, prosperity, and fertility. So, magical correspondence relating to deities is going to be Aphrodite, Athena, Apollo, Venus, and Dionysius. I think I said that right. I haven't said his name in a while. Her name. I haven't thought about that god in like forever. Like I vaguely know who that is. So the magical correspondence of apples for zodiac is Capricorn and Taurus. The planet is going to be Venus. Element is water. Gender is feminine. The crystals are going to be rose quartz, amethyst, morganite, and aquamarine. So our last ingredient is going to be oranges. Magical uses are energy, cleansing, happiness, sun magic, full moon magic, raised vibration, renewal, raising vibration, manifestation, uplifting, relieving depression, soothing anxiety, safety or protection, or life. The zodiac signs are going to be Aries, Leos, and Sagittarius. Element correspondence is fire. Planetary correspondence is sun. Deities is Jupiter, Leo, sun gods, or Yule gods. And the gender is masculine. So, along with the ingredients in this tea, there is so many things that we can do to prepare ourselves for rituals, spells, all that fun stuff just by drinking this alone. Making your own tea is also highly suggested as it can fit your spells a lot better. So yeah, I just thought that was a pretty interesting thing. I never thought to really look at the herbs in my teas. I just drank it because I like tea. And it's also a good alternative to soda. So of course, in my next video, I plan on actually making some teas. So I would definitely love to see you all there. I also went on Pinterest, and I highly recommend you guys to do this, and found some things to do to keep myself busy, because I didn't have a lot of events planned out for January. And I want to try and do things different this year, so yeah. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to try and cut this down to be as short as possible. I'm really sorry if it's not. I really hope you enjoyed it. I am still working on editing my other videos that I have pre-recorded, and then I'll be recording new videos, so I really hope you guys are having a great start to your new year aside from the Capitol riot. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!